Someone came to the Chafetz Chaim once. It's a famous story. And he says, Kvod Harav, I want to do tshuva. Rosh Hashanah's coming up. I need to do tshuva. He goes, great. Is there anything specific you could think of that you want to do tshuva for? He says, yes, Kvod Harav, I need to fix my Lashon HaRa. I said Lashon HaRa, and I need to fix it. He goes, yeah, sure, no problem. Go to your house and bring me one of your pillows. The guy looks at the Rav in a very strange way. Says, that's what the Rav says. What the Rav says, we listen to our Ravs. The Gemara says you have to fear your Rav like you fear God. So, I'm not going to ask him why he wants me to bring a pillow. I'm just going to go bring a pillow. He went home and he brought a pillow. And he came back with the pillow and he says, okay, come with me. We're going to go to the roof. And they went to the roof. And then he says, take the pillow and rip it. Again, he looks at the Rav. This is a very strange thing. Expensive pillow full of feathers. We're just going to rip it, destroy it. Fine, that's what the Rav says. It's what the Rav says. We have to fear the Rav like we fear God. And he rips the pillow, and then the Rav says, well, throw the pillow in the air. And again, he doesn't understand what's going on here, but he follows what the Rav says, and the pillow goes in the air, and the feathers follow it, and they follow the wind, and they go all over the place. And he says, okay, great. That was the first step of tshuva. But it's still not complete until you collect all of the feathers that went everywhere. So now the poor Baal Tshuva is going to the Rav. He says, well, Kvod Rav, I didn't ask you any questions until now because I trusted you, but now you've given me a test that I can't pass. There's no way that I can collect all of the feathers. There's no way that I could fix that. And the Rav says, exactly. You see, once you say Lashon HaRa, once you publicly embarrass somebody, fixing it is very, very difficult. Why? Because you have to make sure that everyone that heard that Lashon HaRa, everyone that heard that embarrassment, now has to hear the apology. Be'ezrat Hashem, this gives us an idea of why judgment is the way it is in Shamayim, and how hard we have to work on our tshuva. This is why Rabbeinu Yonah, Zecher Tzadik V'Kadosh Livracha, after he realized that he was wrong with what he did against the Rambam, he spent the rest of his life going from community to community, embarrassing himself and apologizing in public to the Rambam. And this is actually the result. This tshuva that he did, the outcome of it, was him writing the very famous book, Sha'arei Tshuva. So you see, saying I'm sorry, it's not like kindergarten. Saying I'm sorry doesn't mean much. First and foremost, we have to be sorry. Second off, we have to start fixing it. Until we got step number one, step number two is not even relevant. Just skipping to step number two is also not relevant. Why? Because we didn't do step number one. So, as much as anyone feels obligated to forgive the other person, the reality of it is, in Shamayim, they judge very differently than they do man. You may get forgiven by man down here, but in Shamayim they may not forgive. So we have to make sure that when we're doing tshuva, when we're actually saying slicha, we have to make sure that in both places they forgive. And if we can't fix everything perfectly, at least we can try. That's what Rabbeinu Yonah taught us in Sha'arei Tshuva.